EYESports on the T side, they seem to have planted a bomb in the first round because they didn't go for any armor in the second. So it seems like they will have some good economy going in the third one. Let's see if they can get the bomb planted again. That's not going to be the case, or at least it shouldn't be. Team Secret with a good start in this one. Vilga with a double kill off the UMP, farming some money. There goes the third one. It sounds like the MP40 in World War II.
Yeah, that's actually a good
Maybe
point.
they just want to make us get used to the Call of Duty sounds and then just slowly but surely change it. So we talked about Mirage. There maybe even being EYESports Joker that Secret isn't really, because Secret picked Mirage, but we already saw 32, 28 kills on EYESports. They seem to be confident on the map. Now they have to build their confidence up, and ideally in this weapon round.
Yeah, already we see that AWP onto Giuliano. They do have a few players who can pick up that weapon, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a double AWP come in at some point. We do have way more utility onto that CT side at the moment, and already Cindy's taking a bit of early damage down to just 21 HP.
Yeah, the terrorists have captured middle, so they have control over that very important part of the map. But Giuliano is already holding down the ladder room. There goes Ailey. EYESports still looking for an opening on the A bomb. So they're rotating their bomb carrier over to A main, and they've got a good position here. Connector, that's Party getting the kill onto Nopka, the stand-in for Mimimi Cheater. Big shout out to her, in case it's another health problem that keeps her from competing.
Well, yeah, the names sort of suggest that it might be, but Zaz just holding down this site. 2 lovely kills without even a point of damage return. Finds herself a third. Why not? Candy does manage to take her down. Of course, we are waiting for that AWP to come out, but it's not going to happen, and Nikki actually going to find that kill as well. So nice work from them. 3-0 at the moment, and Team Secret are, well, 3-0 up, and they've won that bye round as well.
Yeah, and a good performance by Saz already, opening up in this game. The 3 kills. She went a little overboard at the very end, but that's okay, as you said. Now, let's see what EYESports are up to in this eco round. It seems like a heavy A apartment push. Not really the wrong idea, considering the CT's positions. Should work out fairly well. Maybe they can even plant the bomb. Saz is going to be in the focus with only an MP9, and Nopka is only having an MP9 as well, so it's pistols against MP9s. The first frag for the terrorists by Party, and Nopka can't keep the bomb from being planted. A 5v4 retake situation for Team Secret against unarmored terrorists that should be quite feasible for them.
Yeah, this should be quite an easy retake, but already they've lost a couple of players. The bomb's gone down. They're going to lose a third as well. This is looking a little bit scary now for Team Secret. They don't want to handle this economy over, especially with just pistols in play. However, there's Vilga to find one. Of course, Giuliano has the kit and actually has armor as well. Going to go straight for the defuse, and I'm not sure this has been found out. Nice work from Giuliano to clutch that one out, but that shouldn't have even been necessary.
Yeah.
Well, why not finish it with a no-scope? Styling.
Okay. 7-1-0 for Giuliano. What a performance by her now, keeping it in control for Team Secret, but a really good round for EYESports. They have dealt so much damage, and that is the second round, the third round, triple kill by Saz. Good performance by her as well. Now EYESports on the orb with Candy.
Yeah, this is a big round. They've managed to get that money built up after the last one. CT's are in problems, and there you go. Reaction shot from Candy onto Zaz, but Zaz didn't really check the angles too well there. Went around the corner a little bit too fast, expecting there to be no one there, and unfortunately that's actually left the A site very, very open. The rotation came in a little bit too fast. Candy was just the bait, and now the switchers come in. They're going to get that bomb plant down. And Vilga is going to have to stay here, and this is going to make things so much more difficult already. We're going to see a 4 versus 3 in the retake. Vilga will manage to drop the lurk player, but her rotation is going to take a little bit of time. 3 kits still in play, Molotovs galore, and they can just get some positions made open by these nades.
Yeah, they have to flush those positions, especially quite predictable positions as well. Now, you see Nikki trying on Nylon, trying to use her grenade, but she gets distracted. Rightfully so, the terrorists were suddenly popping up and getting the frags on the CTs. The 2v2 comes up, the bomb is ticking very fast already. Nopka is alone, and she gets outflanked as well. Ailey and Cindy winning the round for EYESports, making it 4-1. And thanks to the 1v1 before, the CTs won't have enough money.
Yeah, the only thing that really is a bit of a problem is they have actually lost the AWP. I don't think they're going to be able to buy one back up, so that may be a bit of a problem. Obviously, you can already see some pretty dominating performances coming out from Vilga and Juliano, but yeah, it's just straight up AKs again. And, well, that AWP, it did have a nice impact to start the round, took out Zaz, who was been a big player over towards that A site. And, well, they went for the aggression. We spoke about it. We said it would happen, but unfortunately, it didn't work out. And, well, Team Secret did it in a round where clearly they felt they needed to capitalize and push the T's back. And instead, well, they got reset.
Yeah, so Team Secret in dire straits, P250s, Nikki AK, Nylon with the only frag. Now she makes it 2 more. Suddenly it's a 1v2. What is going on with the pistols? Do they have some additional firepower? I don't know. It's maybe they patched something and they didn't put it in the notes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, Jen and Cindy still together. They have to plant the bomb though, and that's Nikki's chance.
Yeah, that will leave it isolated into a 1v1. They always say that it's best to push when the bomb's being planted. Unfortunately, this is going to leave an almost perfect crossfire for the CT side or the T side to have here as they try and do this. Nikki, she needs to find a 1v1, but she needs to be very quick about it as the rotation is already coming in. Will not find the kill, but there we go. Perfect crossfire setup. Nice work from EYESports, and they get their second round.
Yeah, and the aim punch was pretty strong as well. You can see it as she got tagged, her crosshair all over the place. And yeah, that's how we could advertise as well inside the game, you know. Just do more of that. That's a really big shout out to the production crew over here. And of course,
even on the signs,
they deliver. They keep delivering. And the production is so good. Really, thank you for doing that. That was P250 aim at its best.
Well, yeah, and I like this from StarLadder, the fact that they have brought in these sort of extra things that they go above and beyond. It's not really necessary, but it's nice touch. It's always like the gloves, especially. I think a lot of people enjoyed those over on iLeague, and they brought them back again. But here we go. It's going to be that push. Middle control has come firmly into the hands. And Juliano, she's got to be careful here. She is going to turn around just about in time. Again with the no-scope. Headshot this time. But it's still going to be Cindy finding the trade, and she's not ready for Party pushing in through Palace. That's going to leave it into a 2 versus 3. And although her heroics did find a nice kill, it looks like it's going to be down to her teammates to try and find something here. Candy with the AWP will find a frag, and this is going to leave Vilga no kit, 3 players to find, and not very much hope, if I'm honest.
Yeah, as she's setting up her move, she gets sprayed on and stopped in her tracks. And good performance by EYESports on the T side. You have to keep in mind it's heavily CT sided this map, and they already got very close to the mandatory amount of rounds you want to pick up. I mean, 3 is already very good. Now they're up against an eco round, so let's say 50-50 chance they make it 4-4 and maybe even 5-4, and they are getting out of control soon.
Yeah, that's the thing. We've seen some pretty impressive play so far with these pistols, but the main problem is the T's are still coming out on top here, and they're managing to break the economy back for Team Secret. They've not really had too much of a role after the pistol. We sort of jumped into a bit of a surprising start, but, well, now we see these pistols again. They're making a big impact. Vilga not quite going to find the kill as Ailey bails out her teammate, and that will mean that they get the bomb down pretty comfortably. And now in after-plant positions, you have to favor these T-side players, even with the pistols being, well, very, very effective. You can't expect too much. But Zaz has managed to grab an AK, and now she will just fall back. And that's already something that we didn't see in the last matchup. Except, oh, no, there was one, and it was when Jinjin saved the AWP, and that was because she had it was trying to retake B on Cash.
Yeah.
But apart from that, we have not seen a single save. So we'll see if she can actually manage to do it. Ailey already pushing in to try and find something here, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. So she will get away with that extra economy.
Yeah, it's so, well, I was really scared for a moment, or not scared, but excited for a moment when the CTs picked up the first kill and the terrorists already had committed to the B bomb set, because those are the moments when the saving team suddenly pops up and gets all the kills. Yeah. But it didn't happen. EYESports get away with the round. Now we are in the next weapon, and this is going to be telling If Team Secret failed to win this one, EYESports would jump ahead 6-4, most likely. Giuliano on the AWP. Candy, her counterpart, is not joining her teammates. She's in the underpass so far. It's still on the B-bombs, and Saz with a double kill. Cindy will reply. The terrorists have to push through. They can't slow down too much. The smoke is still in place. They have to plant right now.
Yeah, the wall of smokes will begin to fade if they're not too careful. It doesn't matter, though. Nikki straight through the smoke. Hits that headshot. Sound was perfect for her to realize where that was going down. We now see Ailey and Candy fairly isolated, although Candy will find a frag. The only problem is she needs to check. And, of course, Giuliano's not going to miss that. Why would she?
It's another no-scope headshot.
Wow.
Okay. Well, it went down to a 2v1, so fairly good amount of damage dealt by EYESports. But if Giuliano is ever going to use the scope in this game, we will talk about that off stream, but I will give you something, okay? No, that sounded wrong.
Yeah, that really did. But let's just brush straight over that. We're going to go back to the game. Giuliano going for that peek towards mid. Has had some nice connections while not using the scope, so we'll see whether or not she can use it actually zoomed in, or whether she should just give up and continue the no-scope train. Zaz, of course, this time a position a little bit more expected, but it's going to be Nopka finding the first kill of the round, of course, to stand in for this team. We saw Nastia actually do a nice job in the last as a stand-in, so it hasn't affected Team Heaven too much as of yet. Jen will, however, find one back, and it is going to be that 3 versus 4. And in terms of utility, the CTs are actually lacking quite a bit.
Yeah, and on top of that, the terrorists have 2 more HE grenades with them. Nopka is nowhere near them, though, so she should be safe for now. And let's see what I is up to. They have 3 players joining each other on the B apartment push. They have no other real chance to. They have to go for it. Nikki's on the other side of that push. She will at least spot them, and she shouldn't be killed right away. She's got an off angle, a little bit off angle, so not the default way of covering it, and she's got a teammate with her. That's Giuliano on the AWP, and now they have rotation coming in from Saz as well. There goes Nikki on the second, and she's going to be traded by Candy, who's alone right now against the 2 CTs. And there, what a Glock kill onto Giuliano. Saz is there, though. Heads up rotation. And if Saz hadn't rotated as quickly and as early as she did, that would have been a bomb plan. It might have been a 1v1.
Yeah, it could have been very, very close there. Of course, Candy making things interesting. Giuliano finally missing a close-range shot, but the only problem that has come in now is the T's have run out of money. So 4 rounds. They are just going to go for the save here. Of course, it's not like they're in any dire straits yet. They are not going to be scared of what's coming up. They've got themselves 4 rounds. It's, well, probably the worst case scenario you'd hope for, like in terms of a doable amount of rounds. But
yeah,
this early on, they're not going to be worried at all.
Yeah, not really. If they, on the other side, I have to make a point for EYESports. Usually, if you're at 4 rounds as early as that, you should be able to grind out at least 1 more, maybe even 2. And, well, it's up to them. They didn't get the bomb plan in this one, so it shouldn't be possible anymore for Cindy either. Yeah, aim punch kicks in. Nikki with a nice triple kill on the A-bomb side. Team Secret up 7-4. And now it's go time for EYESports. They have to win at least 1 out of the next 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's too much of a stretch. The only problem is here they're not going to get that AWP back onto Candy, and it has, well, it hasn't made a huge impact so far, but the picks around, like every once in a while she's finding the entry kill. Obviously in the sort of late round situation she's doing a lot of damage. I just feel like they might need to utilize it a little bit better, like get her finding those picks early on. We are going to see the missed shot from Giuliano, so still not having too much love with that scope, but we'll see if she can go for the repeat. Of course, very confident player. No reason not to be here, and almost finding one through the smoke there. However, Nikki will go down over towards mid, a little bit overzealous with her push onto short, and that's actually going to open this up now. And a missed shot from Giuliano actually going to get her closed down. Zaz over towards the A side will manage to find one back, but the trades are there, and here comes that round from the T side, unless, of course, Vilga can go absolutely ham.
Yeah, just Ailey getting away with her life there. She was in a really bad position as Vilga tagged her up. But she got around the corner just in time. Now they're going for the peaks, and I really don't like that. You shouldn't really contest Vilga anymore. Just leave her be. If you know the bomb is going to blow up, you can try and exit frag her. But at this stage, EYESports money is not going to be too strong either, so they will probably try to hold on to their own rifles. And Vilga is going for the bomb. Now she goes down, and that was good by Cindy. 5 rounds on the board for EYESports. The CT's money is able to cope with it, but just barely. So, well, they really shouldn't.
Yeah, that one rifle would have been very valuable.
Yeah.
Like, you look at the economy now and you think...
Nikki's
well,
on a 5.7.
Yeah, actually. And, well, more interesting for me, Nopka's on a glass cannon FAMAS.
Yeah.
That is not something that
I just wanted to make the U-turn and say, well, actually, they might have to think about saving still and just dropping upgraded pistols for each other. But no, they are stuck on that ship. They have to ride it as long as possible.
Oh,
Saz
wow.
with 2 kills. Now Giuliano chimes in. It's a 2v3 already. And Nopka, well, she was decoy enough to get her teammates some kills. Giuliano going down to Candy. And she's chiming in with her AK. Now another headshot onto Vilga. 2v1. Nikki only has a 5.7, remember. But Candy's on 9 HP.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It seems to be the case that Zaz can actually get away with nearly 2 kills every single round. The only problem is, like, her teammates had such weak buys that they're not able to sort of back her up in any way, shape, or form. As you said, it was almost as if Nopka was used as bait.
Yeah.
Because she just, I don't know why that was the case. We know how powerful these pistols are, and Candy, she's actually going to get away with a triple kill there. Very, very close to going down, but she does her job. And I highlighted her earlier. The reason being, she's a very, very good player. So you can't just hand her kills like that, pushing too aggressively.
Yeah. The other question is, why didn't they drop the FAMAS on Nopka to Nikki? So you have an armored FAMAS and a real decoy with a 5.7 that might be able to pick up a kill if the terrorist is really distracted or just falling asleep at the moment. So, yeah, questionable decision by Team Secret, but, well, we kind of criticized a lot of those decisions already, and we failed.
Yeah.
The teams were successful in that. Now they have to cope with whatever they have, and it's not going to be that much. P250 here for Nikki, picking up 1. But the round should go the terrorist's favor. They still have plenty of equipment. Nopka down to 9 now. A nice nade.
Well, the other thing so far in this game, we haven't seen too much of an upset with the pistols. It's been the team with the better buy that most of the time has done the damage. Obviously, Zaz has had her moments when they have been low on nades, and she stepped up big and found a couple of kills, which obviously going on to the T side, if those individuals are hitting their shots, you can definitely see it. But it does seem like, you look at the spread of frags, it's, well, between 3 on every single player until Nopka, and that's sort of the stand-in position, because it depends how you set up a stand-in. Like, I feel like the way that Heaven did it was more, okay, well, we'll try and help favor your position and play off each other, whereas it looks like they've just sort of gone, right, we'll play like this, you play here, and it's just not working for her. She's been isolated a lot of the time, as you said, used as bait. But in this round, well, I'm not surprised to say this at all. Zaz has found the opening frag.
Yeah, and Juliana's looking for the second, but she gets shut down by Ailey. The terrorists are pulling it back to even Stevens. The bomb is still dropped on top of middle, and the CTs go for a slight rotation, so they have gathered some information thanks to Vilga or Saz pushing out there. That's pretty sure that's a 5. Yeah, that's Saz pushing up on the back of the terrorists, and that's why the CTs went for that rotation. They know what's coming at them. Saz with a kill onto Candy from behind. The terrorists know that she's coming, but they don't know where the rest of the CTs are, and EYESports decides to run forward instead of taking care of the backstabber. Vilga is there, getting a few tags on Party, messing up that spray. Jen with a kill. Nikki replies. The CTs keep it in the balance. Now it's a 2v1, and Jen is on 12 HP. She just got rid of the bomb. Nikki is at the USP out already. And that will be the kill for Team Secret. 8-7 on the CT side. That's not a really not a good scoreline on the CT side.
Well, of course, the loss of the pistol here, it could put Team Secret in a sort of turmoil situation where they give the economy over. Do have to say, Zaz has been absolutely phenomenal. I don't know how she's getting away with that many frags so early on in the rounds, playing over towards that aggressive on the A side.
Yeah, and if she can keep it up on the terrorist side, that's going to be a huge problem because
entry kills.
Yeah, indeed. And you know, on the CT side, you kind of have to have at least 4 players on a rough same level so you can shut down the terrorists. Otherwise, you're going to be opened up like a can. And on the terrorist side, you can be the can opener with that one spare head that you have, and you just push in there, use her to make it an advantageous position for yourself. Let's see what the plan is on the terrorist side here for Team Secret.
Yeah, we actually have 2 kits on the CT side, so clearly expecting that bomb to go down. not going to go for the retake strategy on any stretch, but they are playing quite far out here. It seems like the Rush B strategy is coming into play, and Party is going to have a nasty surprise as she peeks this window, going up close. Got to try and find a frag. There are 2 players there tapping away, doing quite a lot of damage actually, but lots of nades actually still in play for the T side. However, Candy doing some nice work. She actually finds 3. It's going to be the push in, but look how low the remaining 2 players are. Giuliano faking the bomb. I do not agree with that there. They needed the money, and it's going to leave Zaz all alone. Always talk about the idea of you normally fake the bomb if you think you're going to be winning the round. I just feel like they were way too low there to be faking that.
Yeah, and the CTs were so quick on the rotation, the terrorists didn't know where to turn. Wherever they went, or wherever they looked, there was a CT waiting there for them. And really good crossfire setups by EYESports. With the bomb not being planted, the terrorists will force it up. Vilga on a Tech 9, P250s across the board, and Nikki and Nopka are saving.
Yeah, it's interesting. As I said, there are multiple players who can pick up this AWP, so maybe Giuliano's not going to be finding it in this half. It is actually common on some teams where you have a T-sided and a CT side. I think Godsent are sort of a prime example of that. You have Schneider very good at holding angles, Twist very good at being Twist.
Yeah. So Candy also being very good at being mobile. Cindy running in some trouble here, but she can retreat behind the ticket counter, goes back to just get killed by Vilga. Giuliano with 1 as well. The CTs have to watch out. They can't really give up too many frags here. And in the end, they salvage this. 2 casualties is still okay.
Yeah, and well, just look at Candy at the moment. She has been a massive difference so far. Her and Zaz are the 2 top fraggers in the server, with Candy on 18, 19 for Zaz. But again, they're going to have to just go with a few pistols. Didn't completely force up in the last round, but still don't have a huge amount of cash in this one. And it means that really in the next round it's unlikely they'll have an AWP again, so no can opener in that aspect.
Yeah. So Team Secret will run in the meat grinder now. Candy is not going to grind anyone, though. She gets grinded ground herself. 15 remain as she retreats and takes a very defensive angle on that approach.
Yeah, we see a rotation coming in. Of course, she's now very low, but an AWP, you don't want to go any more aggressive, because if an AWP falls into that T-sided hands, it doesn't matter if you don't have any armor. It's still a very, very effective weapon. We see it go glass cannon all the time. They are now switching it up, going towards that B site. The nades here could do so much damage because they do not have any armor, of course, and HE can do close, if not 100 damage if you hit it correctly. So we'll see whether or not they do use these nades well. The Molotov going to be thrown in. They know this quick push is coming. Nice work from Jen. Closes down 2. But however, a lot of damage is being done again. A few more players being dropped. Of course, don't really want that AWP to be dropped. But here we go. MP7 actually going to allow the bomb to go down. I'm a little bit surprised by that. I wonder if they didn't hear it being planted.
I think so, because in the first round when Party was still... No, that was in the second round when Giuliano got the defuse in the smoke. Party was still alive. And she didn't hear the bomb being defused either. Maybe they're still in the old defuse sound, and or
they updated it, didn't they?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
maybe it's that.
They made the defuse sound as if it was planting, kind of. I don't know. It's weird.
I do have to say, I love the EYESports gloves.
Yeah.
They look badass. I think they're sort of on the same path of the Godsent gloves, and they just look so cool. Candy on that AWP once again. As said, it's not going to be on the T side here, but here goes Giuliano. Actually a very aggressive position, trying to look over the smoke, and it could be to her downfall if she's not careful. Really does have to make sure she doesn't get taken out of the round, because, well, so far she's been doing reasonably well on that CT side, but I think most people, including myself, have come to expect an awful lot of her as a player. Like, that is one thing you do have to say. There's a lot of pressure on Team Secret, even though they do have a stand-in. It's not going to be where fans are just going to accept that they've lost this, but there is Candy. First pick again.
Nikki with some patience onto Ailey, so the terrorists keep it in balance. And it's funny that Giuliano has that much pressure just because of that 1v1. Yeah. You know, it's weird that... people might have realized that she's a good player just by watching her play in a 5v5.
Yeah.
Now everyone thinks she's inhuman because of the 1v1, but she's still down to earth. and she still has her teammates with her at the moment.
Yeah.
Zaz is doing the work.
Yeah, Zaz, another player highlighted an awful lot, but so far it's not been the best. That flash.
That flash was a little clumsy.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay, and that's actually going to buy the CTs a little bit of extra time, which is not something you want to give them. Candy going to find another frag in the meantime. Jen going to be looking to try and do something here, but actually taken down, and okay, almost managing to find one more. Has to be careful. The over-aggression may actually be a downfall here, as now it's going to be a damaging round. You already see the Molotov doing so much, and Candy just walks in, finds another, and Party finishes things off. So another round on the board for EYESports, and well, they've won every single round so far this half.
Yeah, that is really impressive, their way of retaking it. We talked about it before the game started. They are not paying any respect to Secret. They are going for it. They are neck deep in it already, and they are not letting loose anymore.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I wanted to see them play. I wanted to see them play with full confidence to their ability. Obviously, Candy has not feared those AWP duels at all. She has gone for every single pick, re-peaked on lots of occasions, and it's very nice to see Ailey going to go aggressive. You do not want to push into the hands of Zaz, especially not in the form she's been in so far, and Zaz goes for the re-peak through the smoke.
The timing was insane.
That was, well, the timing was ridiculous, but also just the cojones on that one to run straight back through the smoke. But missed shot from Candy, not something I've said too much so far this game.
Yeah,
does leave them in a bit of a hard decision here.
Yeah, the two CTs at Connector have to watch out. Nikki was boosted into window room, and she gets a kill over there. Candy is aware of her position now as she took out Nopka. But Nikki's playing it very cheeky. She's coming in back from middle. And Candy with some unlucky timing. They're just turning around. Zaz with the last kill of the round. So Team Secret suddenly fight their way back.
Yeah, and well, Zaz has been the big factor. That play at the beginning of the round, you just don't expect that. Once someone fades back into the smoke, you think, okay, that's it. She goes running back through and then continues her push onto the A site, and that's really hurt the economy. Juliana will be back on the AWP, so not switching it up just yet, although there are definitely players who can pick it up. The M4 of Candy, very little utility as well. It's going to be a difficult round for EYESports.
Yeah, especially now that Zaz got the first frag, but this time around the CTs will reply, so the round's still okay for them. Team Secret spread out. They have middle control. The bomb is still dropped in top of middle. Vilga is working on the B bomb side. They just want to see if they get an opening kill over there and then work with something. They still have enough time to do that, so they can easily spend 10 seconds looking for the first one, or the second rather. And now they make their push happen. The CTs only have one player inside the B-bomb, so that's Jen. She gets traded by Nopka. And Kitchen gets controlled by Nopka as well. Just like B short. And the CTs are coming in from behind as well. That's going to be a real slaughter.
Giuliano is going to miss the shot there. It could prove to be costly. Of course, we will tell you once we have the power of hindsight. Party is going to get taken down. The push is coming in from behind, but it is well known. Ailey will still find a frag and actually finds another one. They're so busy focusing on the player up top that they actually forget about the other player at all. So jumping in, Vilga, and they didn't even plant the bomb there. They had the sight for a good 30, 40 seconds and just didn't plant the bomb.
They knew that there was somebody in kitchen, so they didn't dare to plan, and they didn't have control over the apartments either. So it would have been possible, of course, but they didn't know that it would have been possible. And in the end, Ailey showing up, that caused so much chaos in them. That was a little, that was really good timing by Candy as well to come in like that, and then Ailey drawing the attention away. So EYESports with the 12th round. The economy is still in their control, and the terrorists on a upgraded pistol buy.
Yeah, Giuliano will find a frag back in return for Candy. So the AWP actually just sat in window right now, so I'm not sure whether they'll be able to retrieve that. I'm pretty sure she had an AWP back in hand, so I'm not actually 100% on that one, so we'll see whether or not they are going to try and retrieve the weapon in the window, although I think they may have spotted out Party just waiting over towards that position. Cindy has found a frag in the meantime. Of course, the crossfire currently over towards the middle area. We'll have to rotate, as it does look like they're building up. I have to say, the pushes over towards A have only really come in from Zaz. I don't think we've actually seen a full team push onto the A site from Team Secret. They always seem to fall back towards B.
Yeah.
So It's maybe the first time. Obviously, it's not with weapons, so we can't really say too much on the hold. It should be quite easy, really, for EYESports to actually keep a hold of this round. But, of course, we've seen some crazier things happen so far today. Those pistols have been very effective.
Indeed. 2 players having a crossfire here on the A-bomb side. One of them is very low, so there is a small opening. But as you can see, I don't let the door get open too far as I speak. Nikki gets those 2 kills. She's picking up an M4A4 as well, and now the plant goes down. The CTs are coming around. Party from CT spawn. That's going to be dangerous. Just that tiny bit off, and it would have been a 2v1 in favor of the terrorists. But like that, EYESports will retake. But a very good round for the terrorists.
Yeah, they get the bomb down, they get themselves 3 kills, they do damage. Obviously, the CT side did have that slight round reset, so the money's not going to be that great. Thank you, production. But yeah, Cindy only on 350. They're going to have to force into this one. If the Ts can take this round away, they're back in this one. However, if they lose it, they're going to be taking the reset themselves, still only getting 2,400 into their bank accounts. So this is a big round. It really is. If Team Secret are going to bring this first map back, and you have to remember, yes, Cobblestone is a map they very much like, but this is still their map pick.
Indeed, and it really looks like EYESports map pick at the moment.
Yeah, this could be just a lack of research or overconfidence. We'll have to wait and see whether or not it does pay dividends. I'm not sure if that smoke missed. It was pretty damn close. It looked like it was supposed to go towards the stairs position, but we'll see whether or not. Yeah, look, there's no smoke on stairs at the moment, so leaving a very, very big gap. However, luckily, they had Nikki over towards that connector to open up that position. Finally, they come in with an A push, and it seems to be working very, very well. They've managed to get themselves 3 kills onto that site. Nikki actually stepping up. Giuliano found the other, and, well, for once, Zaz hasn't been the one trying to just bring this round out on her own.
Yeah, I think the failed smoke was coincidentally helping Nikki picking up those kills, and especially the second was really important, intercepting Jen on the way to the rotation. And now it's Candy against 2 terrorists. The bomb is quite far gone already, and Saz plays it very well, pulling back, wasting time, getting in a good position. Well done by Team Secret. Now they're coming back. It looked like they just had to figure out how the CTs play it.
And actually, we've talked a lot about Zaz with the big plays, but Nikki is actually up there with her. Just, I think, is more of the sort of Crim's role where she's picking up those frags in the middle, and it's not like the big plays where she goes aggressive at the beginning or the end of the round. She's just chugging along, finding those frags, and those players can be the most important in the server. But here we go, Zaz spraying down 2. This is obviously the rush ramp strategy to try and do some damage. They will actually find a couple of frags in the meantime with the pistols, but Vilga will end up closing it, and it's going to be a relatively clean round. Like, they still keep players alive, of course, and not going to be grabbing an AWP. I do have to say, except for the no-scopes, which were wonderful, Giuliano has actually been very quiet with that AWP. It hasn't been as impactful, probably, as we'd like. And in terms of, you say, oh, yeah, she got no-scopes, though. It's like, you don't need an AWP for close-range battles. That is not the point of an AWP.
Use an X7.
Yeah.
You're definitely right on that one. EYESports hanging on to their economy and the game at the same time. The terrorists executing that really quick middle push towards A. The CTs have 2 players in A apartments, and that might be a problem for the terrorists. Saz trying to fend them off, but they are playing it very well. Just staying in their position. Now, the terrorists have the bomb in middle still. Nopka is carrying that. Party's at B short. Giuliano has to check out middle. She doesn't see Party, but she might intercept Jen. Oh, but she goes down to Jen. That is horrible for the terrorists. Jen on 46. Now they have a really good control over middle and A. Look at the CTs making their way back into A main while Nopka is opening up the B bomb set. Now she has to push for A. But Jen is still around there. Saz waiting on the balcony. The CTs are going to run in there cross. Oh, wow. Saz with a triple kill now, making it a 1v2. Jen on 46. She's fighting for this round. Good spray down. She drops the bomb carrier. 13 remain for him. For her. Saz. Well, that's automatic. I have to apologize. Saz with 100 HP. No equipment. She has to plant the bomb. And that's Jen's only chance, really, to win this round. Catching Saz on the bomb plant.
Almost going to find it there, down to 44 HP. This will bring it back a little bit closer. Going to use the smoke, actually throw it out, but there you go. Jen finds the frag, and That's a big round to lose. Zaz, she made the big play that was necessary to bring it back to close. Nopka actually gets caught, doesn't check her angles. They did have quite a bit of time, actually, to plant that bomb, so a little bit of a misplay from her. But that was massive from Jen, and that is a massive round for them to take, because that's going to be painful, not only for the T's economy, but also for the fact that we're now getting very, very close to that map point.
The thing is that Zaz is picking up triple kills, and then you kind of still have to say, well, man, she could have won that round, but come on, we can't expect all of it from her. Yeah. And at the same time, the round was so chaotic with the rotation from the CTs from apartments back to main. Then Zaz has the read on that, sprays both of them down. Then Jen coming back in the round. It was an insane round, really. Could have been deserved for both teams, in my opinion.
Well, it's actually quite funny because we can see her get a triple kill without taking a point of damage and then fail to kill a player with 14 HP. It logically makes no sense, but in this round anyway, it looks like the CTs have gone back to a little bit more normality. They're not having the struggle, of course. 2 players left alive, 2 renowned female CS players, and instantly bring the round back into a 2 versus 2. And it's Giuliano and Zaz. Who else would you want in this scenario? Let's be honest. Like, you wouldn't change this if you were in a 2 versus 2. But let's see. Party and Jen. We already saw Jen clutch the last round out. A bit of a misspray there, though, does actually cause things to fall apart a little bit. Giuliano is getting tagged and actually peeks. That was a bit of a misplay. And now it's going to be down to Zaz again. 1 versus 1. Wouldn't want her anyone else in this scenario, and she does pull it off. This time, she pulls it off. So, straight back. Not getting any breaks here. It's going to be no foot off the gas. Everything's going to keep on rolling. And I wonder if the CTs are actually going to be the ones struggling for money right now.
Yeah, they definitely are. And it was a 4v2 as well. They gave away a 4v2. And the quick 2 kills by Giuliano from A main were the key part of this round. Now, with the Famas on Cindy equalizing their economy, probably buying down to roughly the same amount of money, I guess. At least that is usually the consensus in those rounds. Team Secret taking their time, going for the A execution. Something that we have started to see quite late in this half.
Yeah, it took them a long time to realize that this was a decent play. Zaz going to get caught out by a player in the corner. Candy has to be very careful here because she's not actually realizing there's not just one player in Palace. Luckily, she will get away. And actually now she has an AK and armor, and she has been the star performer for EYESports so far. So that could be a big factor. They actually double their rifles in that move alone and bring themselves into an advantageous point. But you still have to look at the players that are left. Zaz may be down, but you've still got some pretty talented stars left.
Yeah, and the Terrorists have a good read. I was worried for a second for them because the CTs have a 3-man stack at A and 1 in jungle. So it could have been a 4v4 inside the A bomb site with the CTs hidden away in those really cheeky positions. Now it's only Nikki trying to do her best over there. And Cindy gets killed by Candy with a trade. So the rifles get picked up by the CTs. Now it's Jen on the B bomb site. She has to stay alive and make it as hard for Team Secret to plant a bomb as possible.
Yeah, this is going to be a difficult one. She's doing a lot of damage, though, and may actually be able to pull this one off. So many low HP players, but instantly Vilga Giuliano find 2 headshots to turn this back into contention. Here goes Candy with the AK. Her teammate has one as well, so now it's actually a relatively even scenario. The only problem is neither of them have a kit. They have to move quickly here. The player over towards apartments could be crucial, but they may not expect both of them to be in the same corner. The flashbang is going to buy a little bit more time. Remember, 10 seconds to defuse here. Push comes in. We will see Nopka fall. It's all down to Vilga. She's got to find both, and it's going to be enough. But will Candy have enough time? I think she's just about got this one.
Yeah, they are smiling across the face. I think they will get the round thanks to that comeback in the round as well. And thanks to Candy picking up the quad kill there.
Massive round coming out from her. She is not only done what I was hoping she'd do, she's done better. Like, that was not even with the AWP. She buys just a pistol and some armor, you know, casual pistol and armor, runs in, gets herself an AK, and then triple kill on the retake. Absolutely wonderful stuff from her. And now she has her AWP back in play, and it's Team Secret have their backs against the wall. They've got pistols with a lot of nades in play here, but I feel like this is going to be a difficult one. But we've seen them get out of harder situations. We've seen them do a lot of damage with very little. So let's see if they can actually win this round, but this is their map. And EYESports, well, we've already seen one winner of their bracket fall down into the lower bracket. Will we see a second?
That's a big question right now. Team Secret taking their time. Saz opening it up. Now the CT stopped that initial push. The bomb is still very far behind. The terrorists don't really have to commit yet either. They can grind down the CT's numbers a little more. Ailey has eyes on Saz. Drops that Galil. Giuliano 19 HP. Picking it up and carrying it to great success, at least. That's her hope. And Nopka with headshot onto Jen. That's a really good frag for the terrorists. And it gets replied on by Candy, who's still around at the kitchen. The CTs with a quick rotation now. Ailey's coming back from B short and Cindy from the B apartments. The terrorists have spotted Ailey at least. Oh, everyone's stalling right now. They are waiting for each other to make a mistake.
And such a low HP at the moment on the Team Secret side of things. Giuliano, she's only going to get one chance to find this kill, and she does. That's a big one. That stops the rotation coming in from one angle. Obviously, the other is on short, but we still have Candy with this AWP. Bomb still yet to be planted, but the second it starts going down, that will open up a little bit of time, but unfortunately, it's not looking good now. It's all down to Candy. 1 versus 3. We saw her do some nice damage in the previous round, taking down 4 players. She's going to have to do just as well here. There's the first. Looking for the second onto Vilga. There's only 1 player remaining now. Jumping up. She's going to throw out the flashbang. Is she going to go for the defuse? Only 10 seconds. No, there's no kit. That's not the good idea here, but she's got to go for it. And Giuliano, with only, well, 17 HP in the end, manages to find 2 players.
That was so close. Team Secret, really tense situation there. They just about get this done. Candy, again, in the spotlight. 33 frags in 28 rounds. That is 33 on Saz as well. So they really cancel each other out at the moment. EYESports on the save. Team Secret with a chance to make it 14-15. Look at their buy. They don't have too much money either.
This is a really, really weird round economically. Both teams really are struggling in that stance. Of course, can't expect too much here from EYESports. They are going to be coming back with a bye in the next round. But, well, yeah, you do have to also highlight the fact that I think Jen is currently on 13 assists, which is pretty immense in itself. The amount of damage she's actually doing, her ADR will probably be quite high if we get that on the scoreboard. If we could switch to Jen, that would be perfect. But we will be seeing that push coming in towards the middle position. Not sure whether they will spot out. Obviously, it is just pistols in play, so the close ranges, it's not actually going to favor them too much, because without armor, these SMGs are going to be doing so much damage. Here comes the push. Spraying down. Jem will find one, but that's probably all they're going to get, as Cindy is very low on low on everything.
Yeah. There is no other way to say that. I mean, now you can see Saz is getting fired up. She looks a little angry as well, but I think that's just sometimes when you play, I
think she just always looks angry.
Yeah, you lose control over your emotional muscles
her face
in the
just rests angry.
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah, kill them all, kill them all. Now 5 Famouses on EYESports, a very limited range of nades, so they gotta look and get a first frag, or just let the terrorists commit and then go for. Well, the retake would be easy without equipment, so they really have to shift this round in their favor as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's obviously we see a lot over towards that T side, but you do have to mention the fact that last time they just had pistols and they managed to pull off a round, so you wouldn't put it past them here with the rifles in play. Obviously it is, as you said, very, very limited. In fact, they went for head armor over nades on some of the players, so not sure I'm quite in agreement with that strategy, but you never know. They might get headshot through a wall, and then it might actually come into use. But here we go. It looks like mid-control is the aim of the game again for Team Secret, and the bomb is slowly rotating over towards that A site, so it does look like the A play is where they're going. And I actually feel like the big factor of them coming back anyway is more the fact that they have been going towards A lot more. Nikki going to find another frag, one of those quieter frags that we've mentioned, and she's still chugging along nicely. We do see quite a few players getting ready to rotate now, but already the push is going to be coming in. The smokes are raining out. It is going to be that horrible 4 versus 5, no kit, no nades. Actually, Party's now picked up a kit, but still 25 seconds left. The bomb does have to be planted, but you have to feel that this is going to be such a difficult task for EYESports.
Yeah, it comes down to them getting the right kills and the right angles. Look at Ailey getting the double kill through the smoke from CT spawn. What a sick frag that was. 9 seconds on the clock. Team Secret needs to plan. Saz is on it. Oh, she gets covered by Giuliano and Vilga. And they will pick up the frags. It's a 2v3 right now. Party on 5 HP. She still gets 2. Oh my god. Cindy is there as well. It all falls apart for the terrorists. Saz is at A main. She has to clutch once again with 33 frags on the back already. How much can she do? She's peeking and Cindy picks her up. The bomb gets defused 16 to 14. What a finale to this map. What a performance by EYESports. What a fight. Wow.
You sound a little bit fired up.
That round, man. That round.
Yeah, that was a very impressive round. They do so much with so little, in essence. Like, to actually retake with just straight-up aim duels, they almost managed to win it just off the fact that that spray through the smoke dropped the bomb. And then, well, Zaz had to just basically go for the YOLO plan, and there's always that bit of a dodgy position trying to plan in the gap on the box. So many things just came to light, and you can see how happy they are. They have just managed to win a map off the best female team in the world.
And their map pick as well.
Yeah.
Secret's map pick. And they use P-Kill with 5 HP? Come on, that's insane. Yeah. And wow, what a round really to close out this match. I'm really fired up for the second map. I hope you are too, Tom. And I hope you out there are as well. We are going to be right back with a second map between Team Secret and EYESports. The underdog is leading 1-0, so let's see if Team Secret can pull it back.